some people have quit Christianity and have become atheists because of the doctrine of burning hell forever. They ask themselves, how can a good and loving God allow people to burn in hell forever? Does hell burn forever? That is the question which we are going to be answering today on Wednesday on the weekly segment of the Bible questions. First things first, I believe that hell does not burn forever. Yes, that's my stand on this topic. And here are 10 reasons why I believe so. So the first reason is that God is love. Internal torture contradicts his character. And one of the things God is unchanging. That is one of his characteristics. And if God is love, there is no way he will ever enjoy when people are burning in hell forever. That is not the character of God. If you love someone, even if they have wronged you, in what sense? You can't feel good when they are suffering forever. In 1 John chapter 4 verse 8, the Bible says, God is love. God is love. A loving God does not torment people for billions and billions of years, for crimes which were done for 70 years, or others which were done for just a day. That is not the internal character of God. Imagine billions and zillions of years burning for a crime which was just for 20 years. That is not the God we serve. That goes against the God of love. That is the first reason. The second reason why hell does not burn forever is that the Bible teaches internal death, not internal fire in hell. Yes, get me right. The Bible teaches internal death, not eternal fire in hell. Remember in Romans chapter 6 verse 23, it says, the wages of sin is death. The wages of sin is death. Here, the Bible did not say the wages of sin is internal fire in hell. No, the Bible says the internal consequences of sin is total death, total annihilation from God, who is the source of life. The third reason why hell does not burn forever. The fire is internal in effect. The fire is internal in effect, not duration. Not duration. Jude chapter 1 verse 7, it says, Sodom and Gomorrah suffered the vengeance of internal fire. Sodom and Gomorrah suffered the vengeance of internal fire. Let's be honest, we know what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. They were burnt with fire. But here, Jude says that they were burnt with internal fire. Let me ask an ironical question. Is Sodom and Gomorrah still burning today? No, of course, it is not burning today. But the Bible says that these people were burnt with eternal fire. So, the fire destroyed them permanently. Those people have never existed from that moment and will never exist again. The fire destroyed them permanently. That's what the word eternal means. When the Bible says that people will be burnt eternally, it means that they will not exist anymore. Like they are done. The same way Sodom and Gomorrah were burnt with eternal fire. Those people will never exist again in this life. That's story imeisha hivyo. Fifth reason why hell does not burn forever. Malachi tells us that the wicked people will be burnt into ashes. In Malachi chapter 4 verse 1 to 3, I'll get a small extract from that passage. It says, there shall be ashes under the soles of your feet. Now, if it meant that these people were to be burning forever and ever, how could they become ashes and while you walk on them on their feet? It means that they have been destroyed completely. That's why you're walking on ashes, because they have been completely destroyed. They can no longer exist. The sixth reason is that the wicked are consumed, not preserved. Yes, Obadiah chapter 1 verse 16. It says, they shall be as though they had never been. They shall be as though they had never been. That's not torment. That's eternal obliteration. That's removal from existence. Like Tony, you've never existed in life. No one will ever remember you. No one will ever know you. So they have been removed from existence. So that is what it means to have been completely burnt with the eternal fire. Seventh reason I believe that hell does not burn forever is that the good news is that Satan will even be removed and burnt forever. Even Satan will be destroyed. That's the good news. Even Satan will be destroyed. In Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 18 to 19, the Bible says, I brought fire from within you. You shall be no more forever. if Satan himself will cease to exist, ikuwe hayuko kabisa, if Satan will get away from existence, how can us as humans be burning in hell forever if Satan, the instigator of all these sins and sin, does not exist and is dead? If Satan will cease to exist, even us, we must cease to exist. The eighth reason is that eternal hell was a pagan practice, not a biblical one. Eternal torment comes from the Greeks, but not from the biblical one. So that is a pagan teaching. The Bible does not have such a teaching or a place for such doctrine. Let me tell you, Catholics came with this doctrine that when you die, you either go to hell or you go to heaven. And when you go to hell, you are burning eternally. But what does the Bible speak of the dead? The Bible says hell happens at the end, not now. Hell happens at the end, not now. In Revelation chapter 20, verse 14 to 15, the lake of fire comes after the final judgment. No one is burning in hell right now. No one is burning in hell right now. The same way, when you die, you don't go in heaven. Or do you go in hell? When you die, you sleep. You sleep the way you sleep at night, waiting for the judgment of Christ, to either to go to heaven or to go into hell. So, let no one lie to you that when you die, you either go to heaven or you go into hell. No, you just sleep, waiting for the punishment. And the last reason is that God's justice ends in peace, not perpetual screams. That's the most beautiful part. At the end of the day, according to Nahum chapter 1 verse 9, the Bible says, affliction will not rise up a second time. Once sin is destroyed, the universe will have peace, not eternal pain, occurring forever. Once the universe is destroyed and sin has been destroyed, we'll never have such internal torment. It has gone away, and that is a thing of the past. So I believe that's what the Bible says. So, yes, as I wind up, hellfire is real. It is not a myth. Hellfire does exist. And the thing is that it is destructive, but it is not endless torture. It is destructive, but it is not endless torture. The last will be judged, punished justly, and completely destroyed. Then God will create a new heaven and new earth with no more death or pain. At the end of the day, if you stood for Christ, at the end of the day, you are going to live Him in eternity. So that's what the Bible teaches about this topic. Stand on the truth. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So that's all for Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in. As usual, like, comment, and of course, share to your friends to help with the algorithm and help to grow this channel. So until next Wednesday, I'll see you. Bye-bye. If you stayed at the end of this channel, I have some good news for you. Soon, I'm going to be doing podcasts where I'll be talking with people about their life journeys. That is something which will be coming soon. But for now, that's all for today. Until next Wednesday, all the best. Bye-bye.